Hi, welcome back to this African Perspective. Thank you for stopping by. We're going to be checking out videos as usual about the job market and how bad it is until the job market gets better. That's the only time we will stop seeing videos like this. We are going to continue seeing videos like this as long as the job market remains the way it is. We're going to be checking these videos out and hear some rants and issues people are having with it, the frustration with searching for a job as usual. But before we get right into this video, please make sure you click the like button. It helps with the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. And subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time. Let's get right into it.
I swear, you guys, I don't have another job interview in me. I don't have another one in me. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself. I don't have anything about myself. Actually, I'm not real. I'm not real. I wake up and every single day is the same. Give me the job. Please. Please give me the job. Oh my God. I can't. Tell me about yourself. What makes you qualified? Well, how would you, I don't know. But I know I can work. What's your greatest strength? What's your greatest weakness? I don't know. I almost broke down in tears. I don't know. What's my greatest strength and weakness? Why do we have to do this every time? Just give me the goddamn job.
I'm starting to be over the job application process. It's starting to piss me off. Why is it that every application these days does not just allow me to submit a PDF of my resume? I have to submit a PDF of my resume and also type out every single bullet point, line by line, in their own sort of system. Are they gonna answer me back after I spend an hour doing that? Probably not. They're probably gonna ghost me forever. But if they do give me a job interview, guess what? They're not gonna read my resume. They're not gonna read the resume info that I typed into their portal. Instead, they're gonna make me describe line by line what my resume said because they didn't read it. They're also gonna quiz me on their own company. They're gonna say, why do you wanna work here? And if I don't know the mission and vision statement and the exact dynamics of their company and how it relates to my moral code, I'm not gonna get the job. I'm expected to send a follow-up thank you email after every single interview, and they're not even expected to tell me if they don't give me the job. My favorite thing is when I spend an hour typing in all that info and then I get an email 10 minutes later saying, we're not hiring for that role anymore. We just forgot to take it off Indeed. I've noticed that your resume matches the exact qualifications we're looking for, but you didn't use ChatGPT to write a cover letter, so we're not gonna hire you.
I feel like I'm being gaslit by America. America is telling me that there's so many jobs abundant, and I've been applying for 2 years. I graduated 2 years ago with a degree in marketing, and I have not been able to find a job. Where are they? Like, if you have a job right now, how'd you get it? And was it like nepotism? Like, were you handed the job? Like, I have no idea how people are getting jobs. Honest to God, I get ghosted by companies left and right. They say that the dating world right now is crazy with like ghosting. Hell no. Have you tried finding a job in 2025? You get ghosted left and right. I did a 2-part interview with a company that ended up ghosting me. I followed up with them 3 separate times to hear nothing back. No, like, hey, you could have worked on this, or like, no, you didn't get the job. Nothing. And like, I was I was like very confident I got the job, but yeah. So, lesson learned, if you have a job right now, do not leave it. If you just graduated, good luck, unless like, you know, someone. I've even gone the referral process, so I don't really know actually. Yeah, I'm looking for any advice. Like, if you're able to find a job right now, like, kudos to you, but help a girl out, because I don't want to do dog walking and dog sitting forever. Thank you.
You see, the way I would describe searching for a job is actually just like a relationship, like when you've been in a relationship for a long time and then you break up. Right after you break up, the feeling you feel when you're talking to new people or you're trying to date again, that feeling you feel where you are just not interested in anyone and you're like so stressed, talking to people just feel exhausting. That's the same way it kind of feels like with job. When you're searching for another job, you're just gonna be like, oh my God, like you'll be on the, you're applying and applying, or you're talking to people on interviews. You have to be fake, trying to impress, trying to make them happy, like you, and it's like it just feels so draining and stressful. And then the thing about it is, a lot of questions or the tests that they're going to put you through with searching for a job and how, kind of rigid and difficult it is. Things you do to impress them to get that job, you realize that once you get the job, it might just be like an easy peasy type of job. Like it's not as complicated as they made it seem with the questions they asked you, possibly not something that you would actually be doing.
No one tells women that going into the trades is an option. So I'm here to do that. It is an option to pursue going into the trades. More women need to do it. And this is especially for the girlies who like, oh, you just went through a really like long-term breakup or something. And you're like, I need to change my life drastically. I need to do something different. I don't want to go to school, but I want to have a career. I need to learn discipline. I want to be strong and look hot in a uniform. Okay, right? And they're like, ooh, I should join the military. No. You should join the trades. Don't join the military. Okay. The trades, yeah, and you probably think, oh, well, then I need to go to trade school. Not necessarily. And, you know, maybe you want to go to trade school. If you do go to trade school, a lot of union trades and contractors will reimburse you for your tuition if you get passing grades. That doesn't even mean A's, like C's. Passing grades. And you will get reimbursed. Typically. But they, most places don't even require you to go to trade school. That's just if you want to, usually. And they do have required, like, trainings that they send you off to, but those are free to you. You don't pay for it. You might pay for, like, your transportation sometimes, but some unions even reimburse you for your travel and stuff like that, or even offer you a place to stay while you're doing your usually quarterly trainings. Consider the trades. Genuinely, and if you want to go into like to military and you want that military feel, honestly it kind of can feel like boot camp sometimes, because you are surrounded by a bunch of men and you really do have to learn how to be assertive, how to speak up for yourself, and how to, I don't know, follow directions but also still stand your ground. I don't know, I just think it's an underutilized path, and I wish that I came across a video like this earlier on in my life and I recognized that this was an option for me, because I want all of you to recognize that this is an option for you.
Want to hear something crazy? Someone I just spoke to told me a recruiter called them to give them a rejection call saying like, hey, we're not going to move forward past your resume, right? They decided to ask, okay, thank you so much, but I'd like to just know why you decided not to move past my resume. Like, what's your feedback on my resume? Finding out that the recruiter didn't actually look at the resume. They were just going off of the ATS response. The ATS rejected them, and the recruiter didn't. So the recruiter went back to look at the resume to give them a response, only to find out that they liked their experience and went, actually, you know what? We would really like to have an interview with you. You're pretty qualified and think you would be a good fit. So let's move you forward with an interview. We change our mind. Isn't that bonkers? Isn't that crazy? Advocate for yourself, okay? Please don't take rejections as is.
So let me get it straight. You a job and you hiring. I apply. I may not qualify, even though you're entry level. I apply. I may not qualify. You tell me I don't get a position. But if you was to hire me, you gotta train me. So that means, bitch.
I don't think most people realize how dehumanizing it is to be unemployed in the current job market, especially if the reason that you don't have a job is not necessarily your fault. If you've never thought about it before, every single aspect of your life is tied to your job. Your ability to go out with your friends, have dinner, see a movie, tied to your job. Your ability to have healthcare and see your doctor, tied to your job. Your ability to go to therapy, tied to your job. Your ability to do literally anything that costs money, tied to your job. So then when your job is taken away and you no longer have a source of income, it's horrible. You have people out here who just went to college or maybe have been out of college for a year. They thought they did what you're supposed to do. They tell you, oh, if you go to college, you're going to be able to get a career. You're going to find a job super easily. And these people have been out of college for a year and they can't find a job. And then you have people like me who have a bachelor's degree and a master's degree and got their first job back in 2013. And I can't find a job. I don't know what happened and when it switched, but I used to get every single job that I applied for. Okay, I was always the person at my jobs who trained the new employees, and now I can't find a job. I went from having a manager who would buy me cupcakes and a director who would send me Christmas presents to that manager then being replaced by the Wicked Witch of the West. And because of her, I no longer have a job. And I have been searching and searching for months. I've applied to more jobs than I have ever applied to in my entire life, and I can't find anything because there are more fake jobs on LinkedIn than there are real jobs. So before you ask that unemployed person in your life why they haven't found a job yet, maybe consider that we are trying. We're trying. But the job market is different. And unless you have been there and you have experienced how hard it is to find a job right now, you need to stop asking me why I haven't found a job, because I'm losing my mind.
Your dream job exists. It's just named some fucking weird name you would never think to look up. I work in email marketing. Didn't know that exists, but I do. And it's not called email marketing. It's called lifecycle marketing. It's called CRM. It's called every fucking name in the book but email marketing, but that's what I do all day. And it's just like, people are so shocked when I say I work in email marketing because they're like, there's a team for that? Baby, there's a team that just makes buttons all day. There's a team for everything. You just don't know the name of it, and it's so frustrating because I don't know why they make it so hard to find the names of this shit. Like, why do they make it so gatekeepy?
Hospitals want to be understaffed. Let's talk about it. So, I've been thinking about this lately, right? And I was looking for another per diem job just to add on the side to like pick up here and there, right? And every single place that I was applying to said things like, we don't need anybody right now. We're doing okay. We have too many applicants, whatever, right? And it was funny because I knew people that work at said hospitals, and they said that every single unit was short-staffed. They were drowning almost every single night. Their patient ratios were crazy. Their acuity was crazy. And I was like, well, I'm being told that they don't need people and that they're doing okay. So who's lying? Okay. And again, I was thinking about this again recently because the hospital where I work at right now, it's been crazy. The acuity has been through the roof. The patient ratios have been crazy. And I'm like, we need more people on board. Please, like bring more people onto the ship. We need help. And we have heard all the things like people either don't want to pick up, which I get, or, we're working on hiring people, which is what they always say. And then I see all these agency, right? And before you guys say anything, I love agency, okay? I love that they're able to come in, they're able to help. If I could do agency, I would, okay? But I just don't understand. Like, the people that work staff are now being pissed because they kept being called off and canceled on the days that they're supposed to come in because they need to pay these agency people to come in, right? Otherwise they lose money. But it's insane because so clearly you do have enough money to pay all this agency staff to come in and work for you, but you don't have money to pay your own staff and give them bonuses or a higher rate per hour. Like, what's the problem here, right? And the conclusion I came down to is they want us to be understaffed, sorry. They want us to be understaffed. They don't want to bring on more people onto the ship. Even agency, like the hospital where I work at, right now there are a lot of agency, but throughout the year, I don't really see that. Like, they really, oh my God, they really wait till the last minute where everybody's like ready to jump off the ship to bring agency, right? But every single other day of the year, we're all short-staffed. It's like, here you go. You have, X amount of patients, 12, 15 patients. Here you go. Well, deal with it. And it's insane. And it's always like the pity apology of like, I'm sorry, like I did all I could, like nobody wants to come in. Like the other day we were working and we were in huddle, right? And they said, oh, well, everybody has X amount of patients, which was a crazy amount, right? And I said, well, is there a plan for somebody to come in? Like, have we heard from anybody? Like, what's the deal here? Because this is a lot of patients. And they said, oh, well, not at the moment, but if you know anybody that can come in, give them a call. And I said, give them a call? To who? What am I supposed to do? Put the bat sign up? Like, this is somebody else's job. Like, this is not my job to bring people and put them on the schedule. Like, hello? It was insane. And I can't believe that hospitals only care about money. I mean, it's not that I can't believe it. I've been known it, but it's just insane that like they would rather the ship be on fire, drowning, than like bring aboard more people. Why? Because it costs money. And the amount of money that hospitals make is insane. You can afford it. Bring more people onto the ship, please.
If you're a job seeker or you know someone who is, you're going to want to bookmark this. Instead of going on LinkedIn to look for a job, I suggest you go to onetonline.org. Instead of going to Indeed to look at job postings, try builtin.com. Instead of looking on Glassdoor for jobs, go to usajobs.gov. There's tons of government jobs there. Instead of going to Monster to look for jobs, you're going to want to check out Hiring Cafe. Don't go to ZipRecruiter. Instead, go look for jobs on Google Jobs. Don't go to Craigslist for jobs. Instead, you want to go check out levels.fyi. Instead of snag a job, go to dice.com. There are tons of new job boards out there besides the old ones you've been looking for. These newer job boards have better search features, have better roles that are posted, and just make it a lot easier for you to find these jobs. The thing that I like about some of these job boards is that there are less ghost jobs on there, and smaller organizations are featured and easier to find. While I think LinkedIn has been the top of the game for a while, the algorithm is really difficult and sometimes suppresses opportunities for you. So I suggest, if you're job searching right now, to expand your reach by looking on different sites, and those are places I suggest you start. Good luck on your job search.
Doesn't really make people lazy for wanting to just get a job. Like, it doesn't make them lazy for complaining about their job applications or them applying for it and being frustrated. It's actually really frustrating. It doesn't have anything. You can be the most hardworking person, most positive person. Once you start applying for hundreds and hundreds, and all you're getting these days, getting a rejection actually means that you're getting a response, some sort of response, because they don't even reject. You're just not going to hear nothing from them. And at the end of the day, a lot of companies, obviously, we all know they are not even hiring. That's what makes it worse. We've made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. I really appreciate you. Don't forget to click the like button. It helps with the algorithm, and I appreciate that so much. And subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you're watching me for the very first time. Hit the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.